Yo, what's happening? This is part one to Thanos and his correlation with Saturn. So if you can do me a favor, a little favor, just hit that subscribe button and everything be alright. But continue to watch the video. Hope you enjoy it. From the book Dictionary of Ancient Deities by Patricia Turner and Charles Russell Coulter, Thanatos is described as the god of death. Thanatos is the son of Nox, which is Nyx also, and Erebus, and brother of Hypnos. He sent those he struck with his sword to the realm of Hades. Thanatos is depicted as a winged or black-robed man carrying a sword. Thanatos is also known in the Roman pantheon of gods as Mors, M-O-R-S. On Britannica.com, it reads, Thanatos. He appeared to humans to carry them off to the underworld when the time allotted to them by the fates had expired. Thanatos was once defeated by the warrior Heracles, which is Hercules, who wrestled him to save the life of Alcestis, the wife of Admetus, and he was tricked by Sisyphus, the king of Corinth, who wanted a second chance at life. In esoteric and occult traditions, death is associated with the feminine principle and darkness. In the comics, who did Thanos pay homage to? Lady Death. This is also the archetype of the Great Mother. You know, Big Mama or the Grandmother. This is also associated with another feminine archetypal principle, the Triple Mother Goddess. The Triple Mother Goddess archetype has 3 phases, and the last stage is called the crone. This brings me to my next point. What does the word crone sound like? Cronus, which is the Greek titan of time. And now we have to make another distinction. You have Chronos, and then you have Cronus. Chronos, spelled C-H-R-O-N-O-S, refers to the concept of time. This is exemplified in words like chronology or chronological. And then you have Cronus, spelled C-R-O-N-U-S, which refers to the Greek titan of time. In the book The Illustrated Encyclopedia of World Mythology by Arthur Cotterell and Rachel Storm, it reads Kronos, in Greek mythology, was the son of Uranus, which is Uranus, the sky god, and Gaia, the earth mother. With the help of Gaia, Kronos emasculated Uranus and seized control over the universe. He then married his sister Rhea and followed the example of Uranus in disposing his children by swallowing them, because he had been warned that he would be displaced by one of his sons. Rhea, however, gave him a stone wrapped in swaddling clothes instead of the infant Zeus, his youngest son, who was taken secretly to Crete in order to grow up safely on the island. Later, the Romans adopted the concept of Cronus from the Greeks, making him Saturn. In the book Dictionary of All Scriptures and Myths by G.A. Gaskell, it reads Cronus or Saturn, a symbol of time and limitation arising from the interrelations of spirit, which is Uranus, and matter, which is Gaia. In the Dictionary of Ancient Deities by Patricia Turner and Charles Russell Coulter, it reads Saturn or Saturnus, god of agriculture, god of workers and the vine, responsible for prosperity and abundance. His spouse is Ops, O-P-S, and they are the parents of Jupiter. Saturn is the father of Juno and Picus by the nymph Venilia, and possibly Sterculus, the king of Latium. Once the ruler of the world, he was removed from his position by his son Jupiter, and Jupiter is also Zeus. Cronus, or Saturn, is also called Father Time. This is who Thanos is also, because at the beginning of Avengers Infinity War, Ebony Moth said,
"For even in death, you have become children of Thanos."
Thanos goes planet to planet, adopting different inhabitants as his own children.
There are 2 more stones on Earth. Find them, my children, and bring them to me on Titan.
Father, we will not fail you.
And keep in mind that Thanos is a Titan who was born on a moon of Saturn, which is called Titan. In astrology, Saturn is associated with karma. This also aligns with Thanos, as he showed Gamora the weapon that told her is perfectly balanced, as all things should be.
Look. Pretty, isn't it? Perfectly balanced, as all things should be.
This also goes with Thanos explaining to Gamora how the universe and its resources are finite. If life is unchecked, life will cease to exist, and it needs correction.
Little one, it's a simple calculus. This universe is finite, its resources finite. If life is left unchecked, life will cease to exist. It needs correction.
You don't know that!
I'm the only one who knows that. At least I'm the only one with the will to act on it.
That's Thanos explaining the philosophy of balancing the universal karmic scales. The end result of balancing the karmic scales is judgment. This is what he is implying when he says,
I am inevitable.
Doctor Strange predicted 14,615 outcomes in which they lose. So the odds were in Thanos' favor because he's inevitable and the karmic scales must balance themselves, and he's the balancing aspect. He's the judge.
I ask you, to what end? Dread it? Run from it? Destiny arrives all the same. And now it's here. Or should I say, I am.
However, the Avengers used a mini CERN Large Hadron Collider and quantum mechanics to manipulate aspects of time to save their timeline. So they messed up one timeline to save their own timeline, and then the odds were in Thanos' favor. So who's the hero and who's the villain?